Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm TammySypniewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only, but I'd like to remind you to only buy on those red candles. Okay, you guys, it's the absolute best thing has happened to me. No, Ethereum didn't hit 500. No, Bitcoin's not at 100,000. No, I got a shout out. You guys, this is like a big, huge deal for me. You don't understand. This channel is only 6 weeks old, and I have, I think, almost 4,000 subscribers. That's crazy. I have another channel. It's a technology channel. I give people tutorials on how to edit videos with LumaFusion, which is, by the way, what I use to edit these videos. I get a lot of questions on that. I worked on that channel for 3 solid years. I think maybe I have 15,000 subscribers, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm very appreciative, but this channel is doing really, really well. And I owe it all to you. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it that you've come over to my channel, you subscribed, you hit the like button, and you just sit there and watch my videos. Like, that means a lot to me. And another big thing happened. The guys over at A Million or the Moon contacted me to say that they wanted me to go on one of their live streams to talk about the Cronos network. I had to decline because, you know, I haven't really left the safe space of VVS Finance. So this made me think I really need to kind of venture out there, see what else is going on. Because when I go on somebody's live stream, I want to be able to bring something to the table, contribute a little bit. And unfortunately, I'm not there yet when it comes to the Cronos chain. Actually, dove a little bit into it. We are going to talk about, in today's video, the CronaSwap. Just one more funny story, and then I promise we'll get on to CronaSwap. When you have your Twitter handle, it's obvious to you what it is, right? But it's never even dawned on me that it may not be obvious to someone else. So Rodney from My Crypto Journey is trying to tell everybody what my Twitter handle is, and he's like, it's me,
MetaMyski, Meta MMY. Tammy.
It was just funny trying to see him how to, work that out. To me, it was funny. I know, be a good girl, honey, okay? I'm making the video. We're making the video. So as I was saying, I wanted to get just a little more familiar with everything else that's available on the Cronos chain. Now, to be able to get to some of those other decentralized exchanges, you have to go down to where it says dApps from the DeFi wallet. I think I'm gonna have to turn off this light for you to see it better. There we go. So you hit dApps. This is probably what you're used to seeing. The VVS Finance, Tectonic, Beefy, the normal stuff. If you go over to all dApps, that is going to bring up a few different options. And in today's video, we are going to go over the CronaSwap. So you just tap that. Initially, when you tap it, you have to give it authorization. You have to, yes, I agree, and all this blah, blah, blah to get in there. You may notice that it has a very similar look to VVS Finance, just a little bit of, difference of a color scheme. On the bottom is where all of the options are for farming and staking and, of course, swapping. So let's go to stake. And yesterday, I swapped out about $50 worth of Crono for CRONA so that I could stake it in the mine. The APY for auto CRONA, 369%. I put my CRONA in the auto CRONA mine, and I think it cost me about maybe not even 4 CRO total. And that included the swap price because you have to swap out your Crono for CRONA. We got to do our little calculator, right? Okay, so right now I have $45 in there. So we'll go to the little calculator, $45. So one day I'm going to make about 19 cents. For 1 week, about $1.33. For 1 month, about $6. 1 year, $166. In 5 years, $111,000. The mine itself is down a little bit. I put in $50, but now we're down to 45 because Crona took a little bit of a dip today. Let's go over the basics of CronaSwap just as far as the platform goes. Of course, it's a swap. You can also farm your tokens and you can stake tokens. And they offer a nice big list of tokens to farm. The native token of CronaSwap is the CRONA, and as of right now, the price for that is 63 cents. It's relatively a very new token. It launched in December of 2021, and when it launched, it was $1.21. So as of right now, it's lost half of its value. And if you're looking at the chart, you can clearly see what happened. People wanted to be the Genesis holder, so they rushed into the token, only to find that the price came tumbling down shortly thereafter. This is why it's generally not a good idea to buy a token as soon as it's launched, unless Unless, of course, you got into the IGO where people were able to pick up tokens very cheaply. So those people are going to be looking to dump them out and take profits. And this is why it's a good idea to not jump into any one token that's brandy new, because it's always going to settle down into an area of accumulation. And with CRONA, we can see that on December 22nd, it actually lost 2/3 of its value when it hit 41 cents. Now we'll jump from the CRONA to the CronaSwap. And just like VVS Finance, this is a decentralized exchange off the Cronos network. And it has that same emissionary model that VVS Finance has, where they release a certain amount of tokens each year until it ends. Ending meaning that they've reached the max amount of tokens that were minted. And to find out about that, let's head on down to tokenomics. The maximum amount of CRONA is 300 million. So that's it. They're never going to be able to make any more CRONA. It's maxed out there at 300 million. The circulating supply right now is 49,500,000. Now, here's the thing that caught my eye. Here's where we start to take a turn from VVS Finance. They burn tokens here. Thus far, everything was pretty similar to VVS. The platforms look the same, the websites look exactly the same, but when you come down to the tokenomics, there's a fixed amount of each token that was the same. What's the big difference? They're burning tokens, unlike VVS, and I think VVS has like 50 trillion tokens. And as of right now, VVS Finance, they're not talking about burning anything. Looking at their emission scale, it's almost 2 CRONA every single second. So that's almost 165,000 that are getting burned every single day. That's really good. It says out of these 49,950,000 tokens, 3 million CRONA tokens will be used to secure the initial liquidity. This is done to ensure our users can make exchanges and experience all the features of the platform from the very beginning. And they show you a nice little pie chart of the token distribution. And look at all that green for farming. Scrolling down on the website, we come down to remaining supply for emission, and they give you a schedule as to when they plan on releasing the rest of the tokens. In the first year, there's a total of 60 million tokens that are released after 365 days. So after one full year, this will be reduced by 1/5. Thus, there will be a total of 48 million tokens released in year 2. In year 3, there will be a total of 38.4 million tokens released, and so on until there's no more. And once all of these almost 300 million tokens are going to be into circulation, obviously the burning will stop. So there you go with the tokenomics. This is where it diverts from VVS Finance. This is what sets it apart, but yet there's another awesome thing that they offer: lottery tickets. As of right now, the lottery is not up and running, but when it is, let me give you the specifics. This is so much better than an actual lottery because they only sell 500 tickets. That's it. And you could buy as many tickets as you want, and it's $2 in CRONA to get a ticket. So potentially, you could buy 250 lottery tickets. You got like a 50-50 chance of winning. That's pretty good odds. And unlike the lottery, this gets drawn every 12 hours. There's more specifics with the lottery, but being that it's not functional yet, I won't dive into it. According to CoinMarketCap, almost 3,500 people are watching this token. And if we go on over to Cronos, we can see that about 7,000 people are holding CRONA. And they have over 31,000 people following them on Twitter. So I think this is going to be a growing community. So of course, I plan on leaving that $50 tucked in there for a minimum of 5 years. What have I got to lose, right? $50. Okay, let's have a come to Jesus moment here. Seriously, that APY is definitely going to change. It's not going to stay that high. It's going to come down. And we don't know if CronaSwap is ever going to exist in a few years. It's a gamble. We don't know. Every exchange is the same. They're going to promise you the moon and the stars. Just stick with us. 5 years, you'll be filthy rich. But come on, we need to see past that and realize that's probably not going to happen. So please don't put money into these mines or these farms that you don't have. Don't put your bill money in there. If you have money that it is no big deal that you lose, like money that you bring to a casino that you go there just for fun, consider it like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that CronaSwap is some kind of scam and you got to watch out. Just in general, cryptocurrency is still in its infancy. I know we've been hearing about it and been involved with it longer than anyone else, but still new. And yes, of course, we definitely want cryptocurrency to be adopted into mainstream. We want more people to get into it. So we don't want to scare people away by saying this is not going to happen. I'm just saying, like with any investment, unless it's a federal bond, it's a gamble. You can be optimistic, you can be hopeful, but you should also be smart. I really have to thank the guys over at A Million or the Moon, because if it was not for them prompting me to go on their live stream, I probably never would have looked into that, wouldn't have delved over into that other section. But because they did, I did, And I'm very happy they did. It's going to do it here for me today. I thank you so much for joining me. And remember, until next time, try to buy only on those red candles. And take care of yourself.